Hello again, and welcome. I have been gone for a bit, working on my Etsy shop, but that bit is over for a while, and I'm back to doing a project that has been niggling, and I'm a great listener to my niggle. It has been telling me that I really need to learn, practice, my acrylic technique for expressive painting. So this popped into my mind, my fresh new roll of brown craft paper bag brown, and I thought if I used that freely I could start to get to flowing. So in order to do that, I decided to pull out these paper stencils, not to use as a focal in any way, shape, or form, but to just kind of break the brownness, move my thinking forward, etc. Just as a background, that's all. So, I'm a great lover of yellow as a background, and so I'm going to put down some yellow because I like some sun to shine through. It's just a Carol idiosyncrasy. As I've said to you before, other folks like Donna Downey use red, and when I have something this big, why not get out the big gun so that I can really get this yellow down here. And doesn't that just do it? Now this paper is going to buckle and carry on and have little tantrums, but that's okay. Got my handy palette knife and my card and my yellow background. That went on nice and quickly, didn't it? I don't want it to be opaque in any way. I just want that sun to be there. Must remember about that. That was good. Now, maybe just a little of that there. Why not? And how about some of my forest green? No, that might be a little too dark. Let's have dark foliage. And this certainly, since it is a background, does not need to be any part of an artistic application. Let's go all the way over there, why not? And now, some of these, just, as I said, just to fill up a space. I think I need more leaves first. This is certainly a freeing experience because I'm certainly not worried about leaving sponge marks. I'm just going for broke and enjoying it to death. Alrighty. One thing will be on top of the other and next to it and above it and down and so forth. And maybe just down here a little bit because I still have some green paint left. That's as good a reason as any. There we go. Something, something. Something, something. And now let's find some more darker colors, which will probably not even show, even vaguely, as I go on. But that is very good. How about that one up there? And over here, plunk. But what color plunk? Little purple, why not? Why ever not? With that red sponge. I'm hoping though, now that I'm doing this, that this doesn't bring out my obsessive tendencies too much. And down here a little bit. I won't let that happen. I shall try not to. And if I start, you must yell at me. I'm thinking, as you can probably imagine. Let's have a little strong pinkish. And Well, there's certainly not very much. There's certainly not very much empty space, and that's wonderful. I guess the new rule is use up the paint if it's out, Carol. Why not? There I go. Now, I'm thinking, yes I am, I need some dark in here. So, I'm just going to stick with the liquid acrylics for a while. And this brush. Let's get some dark in here. Oh my, isn't this fun? There. Well, that is definitely something, and it is not, certainly not, a brown craft paper background. It's a lovely brush. I enjoy this one. This is a low Cornell 3/4 inch angular. Okay, now maybe this needs just a touch of drying to lay down some of the buckles. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We'll see. I'll be back. Dryer. Now this is not a pie. This plate has been in my freezer since I worked on a canvas sheet. And now, let's see what this is going to yield for me. Oh yes, look at that. Isn't that delish? Isn't that just delish? Well, let's see what we can do now. More white. Much, much more white. Why not? It's there. Let's use it. And another white one, but white that will need some. Of course, there's no such thing as a dead white flower, so let's do non-dominant hand. Why not? And some of that sunshine that we had here before. I'm thinking some green leaf background in there. Yes. A little hooker's green. As I said, this has no, absolutely zero rhyme or reason. I'm literally playing to try to loosen up my natural tendencies to overthink and overwork. And more of this in here because it needs it. Yes, some of the pink moved down with it. That's very nice. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. Let's have a little moving pink up here, too. This needs a little addition of color. Just around the center. Ah, we're losing shape, and that's good. It'll be fun to figure out what to do with that one. I'll add a little of the black for the centers here. Yes. And a little here. Now I think a little bit of light around this where it's dark. Let's see what we can do here. Well, this is where this calms things down, doesn't it? I want some of that undercolor to show. So let's make sure that it does. I'm loving the way this is picking up some of the color here. And we are plunging madly forward into our seriously ugly stage. don't want to knock down some of those little hillets of, those little hills of white. I'm sorry, yes, around that flower. This is so much fun to know that I'm literally playing on brown paper bag paper, and that things evolve and change, whether you plan it or not. Righty, now I'm going to get up and stand up and look at it from a distance. Well, that doesn't help it too much. Not at all, actually. Not at all, actually. Practice and exercise. I'm going to call this an exercise. An exercise, almost something that I would expect when I was teaching to do in a workbook. An exercise in scary. Okay, we need something up here, Carol. We really do. Therefore, can we go on and fix? Can we fix? Maybe. And of course, maybe not. Maybe and maybe not. Shadow, maybe. Maybe I can make this look a little bit less like an elephant's ear. Can we do that? I'm not sure. Well, it certainly shortened it up, I think. Another layer of some of the magic white might help that. Well, proportion-wise, that did it. That's better. Now, this one needs to be just a smidge bigger and I'll be happy because, oh boy, I'm going to stop now because I feel my OCD kicking in here. It's not an easy affliction to beat down when you're trying to do expressive painting. And a little white, why not? Well, how about a little pink now for there? How about we can, I'm talking to myself, I'm so sorry. I'd like to I'd like to bring a little bit more shape into these petals, and then I'm really going to stop and work on my head for getting a little bit loose here. Oh my Lord, 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 did I open a can of worms? But this is something that I want to do, so I know that I have to do all of this ugly phase over and over again. Now, before I turn the light off and turn my brain off on this, I'm liking some of the background colors that are peeping through here, particularly in this center of this flower, up in here. This one, oh my. But the leaves have plenty of color. So did I achieve anything? Did I learn anything? Yes. I've learned the magic of white. And white put on so that you can see some color under it. There's yellow through that white. Green and pink. All right, and I'm not going to artificially dry this. I'm going to give myself some time. And I will be back. Well, I have had a bit of a think, and I've decided that I'm going to go back to the colors that I used on the underneath layer. I'm going to see about bringing them a bit forward. I think that this needs some small now. So, let's go to it and see about adding some expressions of small here. Trying at the same time to add in some of the colors on the opposite side of the composition. I'm going to clean the brush, but not overly. Just an attempt to make the eye move a little bit. Hopefully picking up some still damp underpaint. Yellow being kind of transparent and having a little bit of water on the brush from cleaning it, I'm probably going to have to come back and address these again. But that's certainly a can do. And if I'm not totally happy with that, I'll hit my tube acrylics. All right, let's have now another go. And let's tighten up this and let's mix all of this into the yellow. Make it a bit more opaque. And now the same idea here in white. And where is my, there we go. Let's add more dark to this piece. here with this. I think I'm going to stand up to tackle this. Alrighty. Nothing like adding some darks where they're needed. They do draw the eye. A little bit more green and black. Now I'm going to continue doing this, just adding the touches of darkness, and I'll be back. Well, I've decided to do some playing at the end of this learning experience, and I'm taking away many learnings. The value of the underpainting peeking through, and then again bringing it back at the end to draw the eye to different parts of the painting. And without really outlining various areas, but giving them just a little bit of definition with this China marker. Thinking that the centers of these original large flowers should have a little sunshine put into them. So I'm going to just pop these down now, using that, continuing to dwell on that word pop in, because that's part of what I wanted to learn to do. And this is suggesting, at best. The idea of flowers. I'm tickled the way the brown paper held up under this deluge of paint. And maybe a little red because I want to. And I love to put spots on with the back tail end of a paintbrush. Uh-oh, I think I'm starting to like this too much, getting carried away. But it's mine. So why not? Anything at all that will loosen me up. And I think I'm thinking that I'm going to stop, because I think I've learned quite a lot. Whoops, dirty China marker. I think I've learned quite a lot here. And needless to say, this is only the first brown paper beauty. Beauty in quotation marks. I had no idea where this was going to end up, where it was going to go. I see the importance of adding dark. I still enjoy seeing the very background colors peeping through. And I'm definitely thinking that I need to bring out some of that little background red here in the middle. So why not? Yes. The little bits at the end of a painting job are often the most important. For some reason, it's as though it works the way one puts a mat around a painting. All of a sudden, it becomes something more. Yes, I am definitely going to stop. I'm going to clean up. I'm going to remove the tapes from this so that I can show you a little bit in a closer view of this, or maybe I'll just try doing it this way. My. That's quite the busy puppy, isn't it? Alrighty. I do hope you have enjoyed sharing this trailblazing, and this certainly went through a prolonged stage of the uglies. This area, as far as I'm concerned, to be totally honest, never really left too far, but there are certain areas, certain bits on this that I'm very, very happy with. There's almost the accidental mix of color in some of these leaves is wonderful. I love this background peeping through. So there are many positive things. This, not so much, but live and learn. Those white flowers have paled down a little bit too much, and the urge to play on them is overwhelming, but I'm fighting it, and I'm not going to do it. I'm going to say lesson, fun, art project, life is good. I hope you'll join me again soon. If you have enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up, share with a friend, leave a comment, and I would certainly appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel and join me on my adventures. Bye now.